And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Loots. What was once only a Thursday tradition has now changed to a Monday tradition as well. Hey, I like that they're teasing the packs on Monday as well. It just gives me another video to make. You know, it is what it is. So I was kind of curious to see what the actual Tuesday packs were going to be, at least for the first season of my team, because you never really know. Tuesday packs are always super random. Like Friday, you can kind of get a general sense for what they're going to do. That's their money day. Tuesday packs, they just kind of throw stuff at the wall and hope it sticks, especially in the early game, you know what I mean? So, first tweet we got, the NBA season is around the corner, fire emoji. Which rookie do you think is going to ball out? Tag them in the comments. Okay. I'll be honest, thought this was going to be like a heat check type situation for a little bit, or like an MLB live series type beat. I wasn't really sure what this was going to be. I honestly didn't even think this had to do with the Tuesday packs. I was just like, saw this and was like, whatever, you know what I mean? But then they actually dropped what the Tuesday packs are going to be. So we got the shades of packs. Essentially what they're doing, and this is probably what they're going to be doing all season, is they're going to take rookies and show, contemporaries or players that will have a similar skill set or like what they could be in the NBA, right? First one, we got Jalen Duran? I don't know how to say his last name properly. He evos from a sapphire to a diamond, which I'm not sure if he evos just straight up from a sapphire to a diamond, or if there's going to be, no, there's going to be 3 levels. So it's going to go sapphire, ruby, amethyst, diamond. Not quite as exciting, but it is what it is. First evo will probably be okay. Next one will be kind of rough, and the final one will be rough. You know what I mean? Expect like 200 points that you're going to score with him, or like a bunch of blocks or something. You know what I mean? And then we got Drummond. Who, by the way, this year, like right now, Andre Drummond will be fire. Like, I stand firm on that, especially next gen. With paint mashing being a thing, Drummond is usually really good, and he's usually like a post beast. So I could see Drummond being like really fire. Not even just on the defensive end, but like legitimately on offense as well. Probably gonna be able to set effective screens too. I actually think this year Drummond might be like a top tier center, at least in the amethyst tier, to be honest. Jalen Durant, I don't know anything about him. And when I say that, I mean, I really don't know anything about him in real life, but I really don't know about like what his skill set is going to be in 2K. Because all we have is the next packs, and those guys are usually so wildly different from what they're going to be in like the next 2K that we actually get them. So I really don't know what's up with this. I like the idea though, because we're going to be getting these all season. Like I wouldn't say all the rookies, but like a good amount of rookies are going to get these packs. Probably going to get like 3 per pack or something, I would guess. But we're getting a good amount of diamonds. And some of these guys could be kind of diamonds in the rough. You know what I mean? Like what I did there? Sleepers, if you will. Drummond will be good, though. Next up, we got another one. We got shades of, and we got Andre Carolinko. Who, look at, he's balling in Nike Shocks, dude. You love to see that. You love to see Nike Shocks in the mix, dude. You haven't seen anybody hooped in those since probably 2007. But man, if you played middle school basketball around when those bad boys came out, oh my God, every little white kid had the Nike Shocks, dude. And you know what? If you talk to them, they swore that it increased the vertical by like a couple inches. It did not. It did nothing. You could not jump higher in the Nike Shocks. I promise. What a brilliant marketing ploy, dude. I swear, you put these little springs in the back or whatever, and people are like, yo, that's going to make me jump higher. No, it won't. It will not, Thomas. I promise. Jeremy Sochan. Now, I'll be honest, I don't really know what's up with Jeremy Sochan, but if he does have the shades of Andre Carolinko, I think we could see like a very good card, especially once you get him up to diamond. We could see maybe not a top tier wing, but like a very, very usable wing. Carolinko is going to be a monster. Like, if you want to look at anyone and kind of just look at what Carolinko is going to be like, kind of look at Lamar Odom, take his dribbling badges and put him into defense, and that's kind of what you're getting. Stats wise are going to be very similar as far as like for shooting and probably dunking are going to be very similar. And then you just kind of swap like playmaking and defense. And that's kind of what you're getting with Carolinko. Everyone's going to be running Carolinko. Everyone, especially the no money spent sweat lords, are going to be running Carolinko hard. He's going to be everyone's small forward for a little bit. Bye-bye, Ruby Kawhi. You're out of here already. Sochan could be sneaky good. It really just depends on his jump shot and if he can shoot it all even evoed. I like Sochan though. I'll look at him in a second. We'll kind of talk about him a little bit, but I think this is cool. I like this concept personally. I do. And then we got the final one, Paolo Banchero, shades of Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin obviously is going to be the best power forward in the game. It's not going to be particularly close. If he can dribble at all, and even shoot mildly, he'll be top tier. Like, because he's going to be athletic, obviously. Shooting's really the thing. I think he'll be able to move decently well, but it's the shooting. And Powell, though, is going to be interesting, right? He still can't play small forward, but at this point, I feel like he's big enough to hold the power forward. No one's running giants at power forward at this point, so I don't know. He might be good. Depends on his jump shot. I haven't actually tried it out yet for obvious reasons, because, like, why would I? But, you know, this could be very good. Blake Griffin's going to be ridiculously expensive, so majority of us are not going to have him for sure, myself included. Like, I don't have enough MT right now to afford him. I have like 61,000. I know he's going to be way more than that for sure. I'm more excited personally about these Evo cards, because these Evo cards are things that I can actually afford in the packs. You know what I mean? Like, I'm probably not affording Blake Griffin. I'm probably not affording Andre Carolinko. Drummond I could probably pick up if I really wanted to, but Andre Carolinko is going to be a weird one. Like, it's possible he's like 60 to 75K after a couple days, but it just kind of depends, I guess. But Jeremy Sochan, I mean, he's 6'9" with a 7'1" wingspan, so he's got a big size. He's got sick blonde hair. Like, I like this. Got that Cisco haircut with the little chin strap. I like to see that. And his jump shot, I mean, you can try him out, but it's on slow for some reason, which like why they did that, I'm not sure. Like, I don't understand why 2K was putting jump shots on slow. But, you know, you can get at least a kind of a feel for the jump shot if you want to go try it out. Grab him for like 2 tokens from the Spurs pack, you know, just to see. Just know it's going to be faster, but at the same time, you can at least see. Once again, I don't know what's going to go on with these players. He's got a 99 shot IQ for some reason. He's just really smart, I guess, at shooting. I don't know, dude. Shout out to the 90s Disney Channel show, Smart Guy. Trash. Stand firm on that. Anyways, he's got 99 hands, too, for whatever reason. Why did they make this card the way that they made this card? I don't understand. Anyways, I'm going to try out the jump shot, see if it's okay. I mean, if I can time it a decent clip, you know, in like an actual game setting on slow, I think he'll be really good, but it just kind of depends. Next up, we got Jalen Duran. I don't know. Once again, his jump shot's on slow. Nobody else has his base, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be able to shoot, so he's just going to be like an interior presence. If he can move really well, though, he's kind of fast. Even his like regular card is like got decent speed, so we'll have to see how it all shakes out with the Evo, and we'll kind of go from there. You know, it's going to be tough to really say one way or the other about Jalen, but we'll see. Paolo, he's got his own jump shot now. No one else has it but him and Thaddeus Young. And Paolo's at least on normal, so if you want to test out his jump shot, go pick up Paolo from the Magic Pack. I think it's like 10 tokens, though. So if you really want to test it out, might not be a terrible idea to go grab Thaddeus Young, who's 2 tokens, you know what I mean? And you can test out the jump shot from there. The upper is going to be different, but the base is going to be the same, so you can get the sense of the timing, essentially. Paolo's another one where it's going to be weird. He's 6'10" with a 7-foot wingspan, definitely big enough to play the power forward, but it's a card I'm going to have to get my hands on before I can say, oh yeah, this card's going to be good or this card's going to be bad. We're too early in the game to be predicting if cards are going to be bad. I've seen a bunch of content creators be like, oh yeah, dude, this card looks like it's going to suck. Dog, how do you know? Like, explain how you know, because I'm like, I don't understand it. We have not played this game for long enough to be able to look at cards based on SIGs alone and say that card's going to be trash. It's not possible. Like, it's not. 99% of the jump shots people haven't even used yet. Paolo should be all right, though. And then we got Big Blake. My boy, Big Blake. I actually don't think he'd be too much different than this free agent card stats-wise. I think stats-wise, he's probably very similar. 68 speed, yeah, I mean, I could see it. The badges are going to be better because he's a pink diamond, obviously. He's not going to have, you know, 2 silvers and 8 gold or 8 bronzes. He'll probably have, like, you know, 3 Hoffs, and it'll be, like, aerial wizard and, like, posterizer, and then maybe, like, a rebounding badge or something. You know, it's cool. He'll have, like, silver quick first step, probably, maybe, like, 78 speed. He's going to be good, though. I mean, he's got Blake Griffin base. No one else has it. So if you have this free agent card, this will give you a little bit of an insight into how good the card is going to be. But, like, at the same time, Blake's usually an early game demon. He can. Because most big men can't move, shoot, and kind of be big, you know? But Blake Griffin typically can. But it's really early. Usually it's like season 2 when we get, like, a really stupid Blake Griffin that kind of breaks the game a little bit, you know? And I say Blake Griffin, but it could be anyone, realistically. Once we get kind of a complete offensive big man, that's when things start to go a little downhill as far as the no money spent guys are concerned, because it gets a little rough. It's hard to compete. Man. Season 2 Blake Griffin from 2K21. Phenomenal. That card was so broken, dude. Oh my God. Anyways, let's look at the market. I get to talk about the market. It's the first time I get to talk about the market. I'm excited, dude. Let's do it. All right, let's take a look at the market real quick. There's not a whole lot to discuss because there's really just not that many players in general, but we'll see what's up. I don't know if anyone's going to take a huge hit. Pau Gasol will probably be the one guy I think will definitely take a hit because we're getting a few different big men tomorrow. I think Pau will still be good, though, honestly. Like, Pau's nice, man. Like, he can do a little bit of everything except handle the rock, obviously. So I don't think Pau's price takes too big of a hit. I think instead of being like 15K, it's probably down to like 10 for a little bit. Because people have a lot of optimism for these cards. And I mean, realistically, the power balancing is going to shoot over the next like couple weeks, you know what I mean? So you're going to be replacing people in and out of your lineup probably at a near constant basis. It doesn't matter what level you're at. If you're a super sweat lord that buys the best cards every week, you're going to be replacing players. If you're just like a player like me that just replaces people when you feel like it, like you're going to be replacing people in and out. For sure, and I think Pau is probably the first one that's going to start getting dropped from people's lineups. Him and Scotty Barnes, for sure. Scotty Barnes, we're already seeing like a pretty big price drop. You're not going to see any price drop in any of these guys, like, at all. It's not happening. Like, it's just not a thing, right? Like, Curry's not dropping in price. He's actually not that bad, though, right now, anyway. Gobert, you might, too, because I don't know how much better Gobert is going to be than, like, Drummond. Realistically, I mean, that sounds really bad to say, but like Gobert will be a better defensive player, but I think Drummond brings you more in the paint, where it's possible that his price takes a wee bit of a hit too. Like it does. Dominique might actually drop in price just because people understand that he's not really the greatest right now, and like we're going to get wings that are better, and people are going to start getting the trophy players pretty soon. There's people who already have like a few of them already anyway, so Dominique, guys like him are going to be kind of on their way out already, so something to think about. Curry's going to be in people's lineups for a while, so I wouldn't even think about Curry. All right, dude, I got to say it, okay? How do people even have 180,000 MT at this point? Like, how, dude? I'm so confused. How do they have so much MT? I guess I'm just not a snipe god like that, I guess, man. Like, are they even, I don't know, man. I guess people have been playing like 60 hours like in a row too, so it actually doesn't make that, it's not that crazy that people have this much MT, especially if you pull a couple Zach LaVines, you know what I mean? All right, it is what it is, but I don't think their prices are going to be affected all that much. It's possible that we see a bit of a drop in Chris Mullin and Kevin Love, at least for how much it is going to be to lock in. People really like DeMarcus Cousins though, so like that's already kind of being a hindrance for Chris Mullin, because like DeMarcus Cousins is really good, so we'll have to see about the cards that come out tomorrow and see how good they are before we see any type of drop. Kevin Love is really slept on, but I still think he's the cheaper of the two. I'm interested to see what's up with this. Like, what's up with this little diamond set? Like, it's just like a mystery diamond, so it's going to be a diamond lock-in. That being said, I mean, if you have any of these cards, maybe hold on to them, and the reason I say that is just because you don't really know what we're going to be getting diamond-wise, and it could be a player that people are going to fiend over really hard, so, you know, maybe chill on selling any of these guys right at this moment, at least at the Sapphire and above tier, because it's actually harder to pull those guys right now. I know it's weird coming off of 2K22, where every pack you pulled like a Sapphire guaranteed or whatever, but like, you know. Another thing I will say is badges. I wanted to talk about this real quick since I am doing a little bit of a market, you know, portion. Hold on to your badges for sure. Do not be selling your badges already. The reason I say that is because people don't really care about badging up cards for the first couple weeks. It's once we get like the first glitch player or like somebody who people will look at and be like, okay, that guy is going to be in my lineup for a long period of time. And yes, we have that with Curry already. But with the trophy players, like there's a lot of like, you know, cards that could supplant him in a starting lineup. So there's no point in burning badges or like anything like that. That's when you want to start selling your badges, right? Because right now, even badges that are definitely important, like Limitless, it doesn't even matter if this is a meta badge in the game. Like people are going to fiend for Limitless. Like this is only at like 2,500, which is actually really cheap for Limitless, to be honest. So I would hold off on that. As far as like what badges we could see that are going to be like expensive this year, I wish I could tell you. I think bully will be expensive early on, because if we get somebody who's like a shooting big, like Bargiani or somebody like that, you know, you could slap bully on them and they can bully in the paint a little bit. I think that would be super helpful. Your standstills like limitless and all those will still be, you know, expensive. Guard up, I think, is one that we're going to see a lot more of a price rise on, because this badge is super clutch. Like, increases the ability to make jump shots when defenders fail to properly contest. So if somebody is lazily defending you, you know how last year people would essentially just rush at you while you're playing clutch time, and it would still give them like a 7% ghost contest, or like even sometimes up to like 35, right? That's what this badge is going to help against. So it's another case of 2K not being able to fix like a certain problem in the game, so they just create a badge, like, which is better than nothing, I will say. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Who's going to drop in price? I really don't think we're going to see a huge price crash on any of these guys. Like Pau Gasol and Scotty Barnes, depending how good the players are tomorrow, might be the only ones that drop. Gobert too, but I still like talking about the market. You know, it is what it is. I'm a fun guy. Peace.